All right, this is Chapter 7, Lesson 3, Solving and Writing Subtraction Equations. So, because addition and subtraction are blank blank, you can solve a subtraction equation by adding. In those two blanks, you're going to write inverse operations. Because addition and subtraction are inverse operations, you can solve a subtraction equation by adding. All right, let's take a look at an example. So the first example I have is solve x minus 2 equals 3. Check your solution. So I can use method 1, which is using models. Model the equation. So I have x and 3 and 2. That's what's going to equal my x value. I work backwards to solve the equation. I rewrite the equation as an addition sentence and then solve. So 3 plus 2 equals x, which will give me 5. I can also solve using symbols. So x minus 2 equals 3. I add 2 to both sides, so x equals 5. Notice here that when I have negative 2 plus 2, they cancel each other out. I can also go back and double check, plugging in or substituting in my 5 for x. 5 minus 2 does equal 3 because 3 equals 3. So using either method, I get the solution of 5. So whatever is added from one side of the equal sign must be added to the other side so that the two sides remain equal. So if I look at the numbers version, if I have 5 equals 5, if I add 3 to one side, I have to add it to the other side as well. Okay. Same thing with the algebraic expression. X minus 2 equals 3. In order to get x by itself, I have to add 2 to both sides. So 3 plus 2 equals 5. When you solve an equation by adding the same number to each side of the equation, you are using the blank, 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 blank. In those 4 blanks, you're going to write addition property of equality. So when you solve an equation by adding the same number to each side of the equation, you are using the addition property of equality. All right, let's take a look at an example. Number 2 says, at the age of 17, Malala Yousafzai became the youngest person to earn the Nobel Peace Prize in 2014. The oldest person to win a Nobel Prize in economic science was Leonard Horowitz, who won the prize in 2007. There is a 73 age difference between the two. Write and solve a subtraction equation to find the age of Leonard Horowitz was when he won his Nobel Prize. So in words, I'm looking for a 73-year age difference between Malala and Leonard. The variable, I'm going to pick h. You can pick any variable that you would like. Let h be Leonard's age when he won the Nobel Prize. And so my equation is h, which is Leonard's age, minus 73, because that's the age difference, equals 17, which is Malala's age. So my equation, h minus 73 equals 17. I add 73 to both sides, which cancels it out on this side. So h equals 90. So Leonard Horowitz was 90 when he received his Nobel Prize. All right, there are a couple of try-it problems out below. I want you to go ahead, pause the video, try them out, and when you're done, we'll go over the answers together. All right, now that you've had a chance to try out the try-it problems, let's go over the answers together. So the first one I have is A, c minus 3 equals 9. So in order to do this, I need to apply the addition property of equality by adding 3 to both sides of the equation. So this cancels, and I'm left with c, 9 plus 3 gives me 12. For letter B, 16 equals h minus 4. I add 4 to both sides. So 16 plus 4 is 20, and h is left by itself. It doesn't matter if the variable is on the left or the right side of the equation signs. It's completely up to you. Okay? Letter C, I have 23.4 equals a minus 2.4. So I add 2.4 to both sides. When I do this, I get 25.8. equals A. For letter D, I have 23 equals B minus 15, so I add 15 to both sides. So this gives me 38 equals B. And then number E, or letter E, Mickey Mouse is 10 inches less than Goofy's height. Mickey Mouse is 48 inches tall. Write and solve a subtraction equation to find Goofy's height. So I'm going to let G equals Goofy's height. So G minus 10 equals 48, because Mickey Mouse is 10 inches less than Goofy, and Mickey Mouse is 48 inches tall. So I add 10 to both sides. So G is 58, which means Goofy is 58 inches tall. And that is the end of Chapter 7, Lesson 3.